Right now, slippery roads from this morning's winter storm now creating headaches on the road. Which roads you need to avoid right now.
Also, how are the roads out there? What the City of Madison Streets Division is saying about the roads in the downtown area.
And later, multiple teenagers are arrested in connection with a number of car thefts over the summer. How you can protect yourself from becoming a victim. Welcome to News 3 Now at 6. Well, many of us saw this on our way to work this morning. What began as rain quickly turned into heavy snow, turning roads into a slippery mess. The storm has since moved on, but the impacts it had in the area are still creating headaches for many people.
The City of Madison declaring a snow emergency for the next 2 nights now. We have team coverage out in the city, also on the roads, with what's been going on all around the area. But we start with your first warn forecast and Chief Meteorologist Gary Canaldi. Gary?
Eric, most of the snow is over with, but it was a sticky, heavy, wet snow. We call it heart attack type snow. Very difficult to shovel, but the good news is that it's winding down. Live view from the Queen Bee Radio Skycam at Platteville shows pretty much the snow has ended there. If there is any snow falling, it's probably in the form of some flurries. Heaviest snow seemed to be right over Dane County and areas immediately to the southwest and to the northeast. Mounts dropped off as you headed up toward the Dells and down toward the Illinois state line. And now the last of the rain and snow showers moving eastward through Rock and Jefferson counties, and just a few flurries out to the west of Madison. Those should wind down before midnight. You can see 6-hour future track radar pretty much showing all the accumulating snow is done. Current temperatures mid-30s, so it's a slushy wet snow. Very easy to melt, at least at this point. It's 34 right now in Janesville, 39 degrees in Lone Rock. You can see across Dane County, still 37 in Middleton, 37 in Waunakee, and 35 degrees in Oregon. Skies will be mostly cloudy this evening. It'll be breezy. The rain and snow showers will come to an end. Temperatures nearly steady in the middle 30s, but after a colder day tomorrow, we start warming up this weekend. I'll tell you how mild it'll get and how much snow will melt in just a few minutes.
It's been a mess everywhere, so much so that several UW campus roads shut down for a couple of hours this morning during the worst of it.
And the commute may still be messy tonight. You can pretty much expect that. Catherine Merck is in the downtown area right now to check in on that for us. Catherine?
Hello, Eric and Charlotte. I'm on East Wash, just a couple blocks away from the Capitol, and it's definitely looking a lot better here now than it was this morning. For hours today, we saw heavy, thick, wet snow come down and take a lot of space on these roads. I talked to the City of Madison Streets Division today, who said that while that snow can make it fun for people who want to pack it and make snowmen and snow forts, it just packs on the problems for them to clean it up.
We had a rough morning this morning.
For every car on these roads, these heavy snowstorms don't make the travel easy. The bigger the car, the bigger the issue.
Around 15 buses were stuck. When all of it comes at the same time like that, and there's not a lot of time to clear streets, we do end up detouring. We get stuck in traffic jams. We just get caught up pretty quickly.
For those big snow plows, it's something they're aware of too.
These are several-ton vehicles. They're not as nimble as your regular passenger cars.
As you head home tonight, the Streets Division wants you to make sure you can help ease their load.
If you do encounter our plow trucks while you're commuting home tonight, please give them the space to do their job safely. Don't follow too closely.
It's on each of us to try to prevent a big problem for these vehicles and everybody else.
I'm guessing that there might be, depending on what the weather has in store for us, there might be some delays again, so people should plan ahead.
The city tells us it could take a little bit of time before these side streets in downtown Madison are entirely cleaned up. And remember, if you're coming home and trying to park this evening, winter parking is in effect. Make sure you try to avoid those tickets if possible. Reporting live in Madison, I'm Catherine Merck with News 3 Now.
Catherine, thank you. Now a look at the current road conditions. According to the state's DOT 511 map, things look much different than they did just a few hours ago. Right now, those in Dodge County are dealing with slippery and snow-covered conditions, and leading to significant backups. A fuel leak caused by a semi-rollover has left northbound lanes of the interstate closed now for much of the day.
The incident happened on a ramp at the interchange connecting I-3990 and the westbound Beltline. Our Tahlil Mohideen joins us live in that area with the latest from the scene. Tahlil?
Eric and Charlotte, for much of the afternoon, a lot of the traffic on the I-90 has been at a near total standstill all the way through to Janesville. Behind me, you'll see the emergency response to that rollover is still ongoing as crews work to clear any potentially hazardous material left behind by that leak. Now, officials from the DOT said the hazardous material recovery crew arrived on scene around 3 this afternoon to offload any remnants of the fuel leakage to another container so that it can be removed from the interstate. Madison Fire Department leaders partnered with State Patrol to manage the leak, and together they agreed the best option to manage it was to close the northbound section of the interstate. They noted that weather conditions today are also helping dissipate any potential hazardous fumes in the area.
We really had the perfect scenario. We had cool temperatures, which was really good. It was wet out, which was excellent. We have plenty of wind. Was out of the northeast at 20 plus miles per hour at the time.
State Patrol officials say since this morning they've responded to over 25 crashes, 3 of which led to injury. They also have had over 30 vehicle runoffs, that's cars sliding into a ditch or medians. Now, DOT officials couldn't give me a good time frame for when they can expect to have this scene and the rollover and the remnants cleared up, but they say they'll open those northbound lanes as soon as it's safe to do so. Reporting live, Tahlil Muhaddin, News 3 Now.
Tahlil, thank you. And check this out. This video taken earlier in the day by our own Will Keneally showing a semi getting towed up a hill. It happened at the intersection of Reitz and Raymond Road. You can see the street being blocked off as the tow truck slowly pulls the semi up the hill.
Weather also having an impact on early voting. Many voting locations forced to close today. 5 locations, in fact, were closed. They're at the Warner Park Community Recreation Center, Wisconsin Youth Company, Boys and Girls Club, the Mung Institute, and the Catholic Multicultural Center. Remember, for in-person absentee voting, you can go to any polling location to vote. And stay up to date on the weather with our First Warn Forecast Weather app with your hourly forecast, road conditions, closures, and the latest radar. You can download it for free in your phone's app store. Just search WISC Weather.
You may recall a lot of talk of stolen cars last summer. Well, Madison police now say they've arrested 3 teenagers they believe are responsible for some of those crimes and others. Braden Ross spoke with them today about the arrest and how you can protect your property. Braden?
Madison police told me today they believe these teens are responsible for a string of burglaries across Madison last summer, allegedly stealing everything from wallets to cars. Police say the teens worked together, targeting houses and cars with unlocked doors. In some cases, they allegedly entered homes through garage doors to grab wallets and car keys. They say the teens then used stolen credit cards to buy gas and other items at area gas stations. Police say there are simple things you can do to protect your property.
Lock your stuff up, lock your doors, lock your car. If you have a space that your car can go into, a garage of some type, pull it in. A lot of these crimes start with unlocked vehicles in driveways being entered. The suspect will press the garage door opener, and now they're in the garage.
They also say good lighting and being vigilant in your neighborhood can help keep you and your neighbors from being victims. Madison police say they're still collecting evidence that could connect these suspects to other similar crimes.
Braden, thank you. The Dane County Sheriff's Office is warning people about a scammer posing as a Sun Prairie police officer. The suspect has already conned a woman out of thousands of dollars. Authorities say the scammer told the woman she had been subpoenaed and needed to pay him under the threat of being charged with the crime. The woman lost about $3,500. Now, as a reminder, authorities will never request money over the phone or email. When we come back, 3 police chiefs in our area speak out on policing in the wake of the death of Tyree Nichols.
Coming up, a look back at an overview of their thoughts on police reform going forward. That's what News 3 Now at 6 returns.
The big beverage sale this Friday through Sunday at Hy-Vee. Pepsi 6-packs, just $1.99. Hy-Vee orange or apple juice, just 99 cents. And bubbly 8-packs, only $2.99. This Friday through Sunday, only at Hy-Vee.
As a veteran of our country's armed services, you have already made the ultimate sacrifice. Why should you have to continue to do that? Through no fault of your own, you may be experiencing hardships, such as the inability to pay rent, utilities, or receive other life-sustaining services. And once again, you're called upon by your family to serve and protect. We want you to know we are here to support you. The Veterans Rental Assistance Program was created by and for people living in Wisconsin, with benefit approvals being issued to veterans in just days, not months. It's not easy to ask for a hand up, but we are clear in our mission. No Wisconsin veteran should ever have to face homelessness or lose heat, power, or water again. 833-WISC-VRAP. That's 833-947-8727.
This President's Day, we're throwing a 5-star celebration at Bob's Discount Furniture, making it super easy to shop my top-rated products. I've got on-trend styles, unbeatable prices, thousands of highly rated and reviewed pieces ready to ship now. So this President's Day, ditch the gimmicks and phony sales because the stars have aligned at Bob's. The reviews are in. Shop Bob's for style, value, and quality.
It's the big beverage sale this Friday through Sunday at Hy-Vee. Gatorade, G-Fit, or Propel, 3 for just $4. 7-Up 2 liters, 2 for just $3. And 24 packs of Hy-Vee water, only $1.99. Only at Hy-Vee.
You're watching News 3 Now at 6.
People across the country and here at home are still struggling to come to grips with the police beating death of Tyre Nichols in Memphis.
And questions are now swirling about just how effective police reform policies are. Susan Simon sought some answers from some of our local law enforcement leaders, and she joins us now with more. Susan?
Eric and Charlotte, following the release of the body camera footage in the Nichols case, we wanted to hear from our local law enforcement leaders about what they're doing to ensure we will avoid a similar incident in the Madison area. We invited the chiefs of 3 of the largest police departments in our area to answer some questions in a roundtable discussion. Madison Police Chief Sean Barnes, Janesville Police Chief David Moore, and Beloit Police Chief Andre Sales. They talked about what they're doing to address the internal culture in their departments and how they can assure the public that a Tyre Nichols type incident will not happen here.
We always say policy is important, but nothing is as important as the culture of your organization. And I believe that starts with the supervisors, and of course, it certainly ends with the chief of police.
We don't know everything, and we have to give them that opportunity to express what's going on, what occurred prior to us getting there, and giving them the opportunity to speak.
You can watch the full interview on channel3000.com. Our conversation on this issue will continue tomorrow on News 3 Now at 5 and also on Sunday on For the Record with Naomi Coles. We're following up live tomorrow with 2 Madison area lawmakers, Sheila Stubbs and Francesca Hong. Eric will be asking the questions on that panel, so I hope you'll join us Friday on News 3 Now at 5 and again Sunday morning at 10:30 for the Record.
That was very well done, Susan. Thank you. And after the break, many people are seeing their energy bills costing more than usual this time of the year. We have some helpful tips on how to lower them.
Also, with Super Bowl Sunday just 3 days away, many will be stocking up on food and drinks. How you can enjoy the big game without overindulging.
Do you really want to do that? That's a Super Bowl party, right?
That's true.
How about the weather for the weekend? Gary has a complete forecast after the break.
Furniture and Appliance Mart's biggest President's Day sale ever starts now. Shop presidential deals on top appliance brands like GE, Whirlpool, LG, Frigidaire, and more. Plus 60-month special financing at Furniture and Appliance Mart inside Ashley off the Beltline in East Springs Drive.
Hi, I'm Jonathan Greenhut, the CEO of Plexiderm. And if you haven't tried Plexiderm, we've created the best offer yet with our Valentine's Day Plexiderm 10-minute challenge. All it takes is 10 minutes to reduce the appearance of under eye bags, wrinkles, and crow's feet. Even the 11 lines between your eyes are visibly gone in minutes. Plexiderm works so well that celebrities in Hollywood and people just like you feel years younger in minutes. This is why I'm letting people try it for only $14.95 this Valentine's Day at plexidermtrial.com.
So I've had under eye bags for a very long time, and it sucks. I have spent so much money on tons of eye creams, eye gels. Finally, I tried something called Plexiderm, and I'm not joking. It works. When I do a collage and everything is done, it looks amazing. That is exactly how Plexiderm makes me feel. I put it on my face, and somehow, some way, I look together, which is amazing. I'm Jackie, and I took the Plexiderm 10-minute challenge, and so should you.
I'm Neela. I'm 61 years old. I'm a professional personal trainer. It's so important to be in good health and to be fit and take care of yourself. How it makes you feel inside is amazing. And yet, when you look in the mirror, what you see necessarily isn't what you feel inside. Plexiderm, seriously, honest to God, it's amazing. There's nothing there, like the bags are gone.
The instant results are from naturally based silicates found in shale rock. Once applied, your skin tightens and firms, rapidly reducing the appearance of under-eye bags and wrinkles in minutes. This Valentine's Day is the best time to try Plexiderm at our startup price of only $14.95. So if under-eye bags make you look tired or feel older, take action this Valentine's Day and see that younger-looking you. Your solution is at plexidermtrial.com or call the number on your screen.
Ashley's biggest President's Day sale ever starts now. Get the very best deals of the season on furniture and mattress doorbusters, now up to 60% off. Plus 60-month special financing and delivery in as fast as 3 days on in-stock merchandise. Happening now at Ashley.
You're watching News 3 Now at 6.
It's been a mild winter for many Americans, but you wouldn't know it from your energy bills. Natural gas is estimated to be up almost 29% from the last fiscal year. Heating oil about 27% and electricity more than 10%. To help lower your bill, House technician Chris Villanueva recommends setting the thermostat between 65 to 68, switching to LED light bulbs, and improving insulation. Some other energy draining culprits may not be as obvious, known as energy vampires. They could account for up to 20% of your electric bill. 75% of appliance energy use comes from when they're off. Instead, use a timer or power strips you can easily unplug. Well, after being open for just 3 days this winter, the ice castles in Lake Geneva are being closed for the season. Today, officials said warm temperatures over the last 3 days have melted the castles beyond repair. People who had already bought tickets for upcoming dates should check their email for details regarding refunds. Well, the snow not as heavy as it was this morning. Let's check back in with Gary for the latest.
Yeah, that's good news. The snow is pretty well winding down. We want to start out with a traffic update, though. Here's the DOT camera from the I-3990 Beltline interchange southward. You can see still plenty of emergency vehicles around that tanker that's in the middle of the highway there. So northbound I-3990 closed from Wisconsin 73 up to the Beltline. The the suggested detour is taking Wisconsin 73 to US 12 and then take that westward to the Beltline. If you're coming from Janesville, there's already a backup as far as the Wisconsin 59 Edgerton exit. You could take 59 over to 138 through Stoughton and then up to 51. Or if you're coming from Janesville, you can just take US 14 and then come back on the Beltline to get back on the interstate. But that continues to be blocked, I-3990 northbound. Some snowfall reports. The town of Dane, 8 inches, 7 inches here at the station. Mount Horeb, 6.6 inches. Officially, the airport total, 4.8 inches. We're waiting to see an update that should come in sometime this hour, but that's as of noon. Oregon, early afternoon reading was 4 inches. Lodi picked up 8 inches. Dodgeville, 7.1. Notice most of the amounts were in the 5 to 6 inch range. Platteville, around 5 inches as well. But now, high-resolution radar shows all the snow and rain moving off to the east. There might be a couple of flurries or sprinkles out there, but that should only last through the evening hours, and farther to the west, there's really nothing upstream. Good news is 6-hour future track radar shows any accumulating snow now moving through Lake Michigan and rapidly to the east into Michigan and away from us. As we take a look at 3 things you need to know in the forecast, a little colder for Friday with high temperatures in the upper 20s. It'll be milder this weekend, and then you can see dry weather starts from later tonight and lasts all the way through Tuesday of next week, or at least Tuesday morning. And then the next chance for precipitation in the form of rain from late Tuesday into Wednesday morning. The next system after that, though, could be a mix of rain and snow. Weather Track shows our storm system kind of strung out. The rain and heavier snow now shifting into parts of southern Canada, northern New England, but still some snow on the back edge. That's what came through here this morning. Now moving through Michigan. And notice to the west, there's not a lot going on. Just a little colder air that's coming in from the northwest. Temperatures right now still above freezing through most of Wisconsin. It's a little colder out to the west where skies are clearing. We'll probably see some clearing toward early tomorrow morning. That'll drop temperatures into the upper teens. But with sunshine tomorrow, temperatures should be back into the upper 20s. As we check out your forecast, planning your night, skies will be clear by morning. Low temperature dropping to 19 in Waunakee, 19 in Fitchburg, Madison, and Middleton around 18, 17 degrees for the overnight low temperature in Mount Horeb. Across the rest of southern Wisconsin, most of the low temperatures will actually be shortly after sunrise. So we're looking for a low of 20 in Janesville, 18 in Monroe, and 16 degrees in Lone Rock. But tomorrow, look for partly to mostly sunny skies. High temperature at a pleasant 27 degrees. Just a little colder for this time of year, but not bad. And notice we're back up into the upper 30s for Saturday and Sunday with your first warned 7 to 10 day forecast. By early next week, temperatures back in the 40s. Rain from late Tuesday afternoon into Wednesday morning. That next system after that, mix of rain and snow Wednesday night, maybe changing to snow on Thursday with the potential for some accumulation. A little colder at the end of next week and then warming back up for the following weekend.
Charlotte will like that warm up, Gary. She's not turning the thermostat down to 65. That's for sure. The COVID shot now on the list of regularly scheduled routine vaccinations for children, teens, and adults. This is according to the CDC. The new recommendations were published Thursday in the CDC's Morbidity and Mortality Weekly Report. Along with the COVID shot, key changes to the schedule include updated guidance on vaccines for the flu, MMR, and hepatitis B. However, this does not mean schools will require vaccinations to enroll. Those vaccination requirements are still being determined by state or local jurisdictions and not by the CDC. The biggest sports Sunday, of course, just around the corner. That means plenty of food and drinks will be consumed. Around 100 million people in the United States watch the Super Bowl every year. And SSM Health dietitian Lisa Luzak is offering her own playbook on how to avoid eating too much during the big game. Provide nutritious options at the game. Focus on protein foods like meat and cheese. Try putting your food on a plate while eating.
This can help prevent with emotional eating and unnecessary snacking. So when you're trying to build a balanced plate, a good thing to aim for is having half your plate be fruit and vegetables, a quarter be those protein foods that I just mentioned, and then a quarter being the fun foods. So things like cookies, chips, candy.
Don't eat right out of the bag like I do. Another tip, stay hydrated and try to limit how much alcohol you drink, of course. CDC recommends men have no more than 2 drinks a day, women 1 drink a day. Zach, play by the rules.
Coming up in sports, there's a new era underway at Whitewater football. Meet the new man to lead the Warhawks. That's next on News 3 Now.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
A former prosecutor, now circuit court judge, Janet Protasewicz. On the Supreme Court, she'll be a common-sense judge. She believes in abortion rights, fairness for all, and protecting public safety. Janet Protasewicz for Supreme Court.
Surgenian's 93-year history means you pay $93 for installation no matter how many rooms you carpet. Get carpet and pad in your old carpet removed and recycled. Our competitors can't match it. Ask about 12-month financing. Local, sustainable Surgenians.
You might be rooting for different teams, but there's one thing you all cheer for. Brew Pub Latza Matza Pizza, loaded with over a half pound of real Wisconsin cheese and piled high with your favorite premium toppings. It's so good, you won't even notice that interception. Stock up on Brew Pub Latza Matza Pizza before the big game. Get 2 for only $11.96. Now at Menards, limited time only. Hurry in while supplies last.
Save big money at Menards.
Overture Center, February 21st through 26th. Get your tickets today at overture.org.
McGann Furniture and Flooring has a question for you. Do you have a hard time sleeping comfortably through the night? Is your mattress 10 years old or even older? Chances are you're due for a new one. Mattress technology has changed a lot in the last 10 years. Our experienced staff will help you find the right style, construction, and firmness that will give you years of sleeping comfort. And remember, we don't raise prices only to lower them later for a sale. With delivery and disposal of your old set, we make it easy to have the bed of your dreams at McGann Furniture and Flooring, downtown Baraboo.
I'm going for Judge Janet
Protasewicz?
You don't need to know how to say Protasewicz to know that Judge Janet believes in abortion rights, fairness, and public safety.
Protasewicz.
A scam that tricks bank customers, stealing money from their accounts.
They try to get money as much and as fast as possible, and then they're gone.
News 3 Now is getting answers to help you avoid becoming the next target of bank imposters. Tonight at 10.
Whitewater football made it official today, introducing Jace Rindle as the program's next head coach. And the Cambridge native truly is Warhawk football. As a player, he was a first-team All-American and a national champion. Then as a coach, Rindle's defense was among the best in the country. Now it's a 36-year-old's turn to lead, and it's an opportunity he was born to do.
Back in 2009, when I put the whistle around my neck for the first time, I knew there wasn't a plan B. College coaching was what it was going to be. And then shortly after that, it was being the next head coach at Whitewater. When Coach Bowles called me on the Sunday before Thanksgiving and said, you're going to be the interim coach. You got a meeting tomorrow with the players at 3:30. You got a meeting with the staff at 4:30. I felt ready to go.
It's been a banner year for the Parkview Albany wrestling team. The Vikings won their first conference title since 1982. Well, how'd they do it? A longtime head coach Joel Steinman credits their success to one word: respect. Something he wants his team to give on and off the mat. Parkview Albany Wrestling
there you go, Wes.
Likes to make an entrance.
We're all dressed up in dress pants and a button-down shirt, ties and stuff.
You just come to the meet ready to go when you're looking business professional.
Because if you look and feel good,
pop and go, get in there, guys.
You wrestle good.
And we dress up so that we look good, we look respectable, and then hope that carries out on the mat, you know? We show up, look good, wrestle good.
And this season, they made history on the mat.
Pretty cool that my team, my senior year, finally was able to pull that off.
Winning their first conference title in 41 years.
It was, I don't know, it's hard to say. It really still hasn't sunk in yet.
What has?
Good hand fighting, get a hand fight.
The respect Joel Steinman asks his team to show the sport.
You respect that person for stepping out there, because you're not going to be the wrestler you are without having your opponent across from you. You got it. You know, and I hope to instill that in young men. That way when they get older and go on, they have that respect going forward.
And it's something the Vikings are already doing.
When you learn how to respect others and like your teammates, because like you build like a brotherhood here, you can carry that in any aspect of life, you know? Being able to build a relationship with the people that are around you is so important.
Thanks to the example Steinman sets.
Just the level of respect that he shows everybody, it'll definitely be a takeaway for me. Just learning from him and kind of watching how he presents himself.
Oh man, where's that double leg that I've been all year, dude?
So did I hear that right? Just fruits and vegetables at tailgates?
Yeah, you got to eat right.
Okay.
Avocados. You maybe use some chips with that avocados. Guacamole.
Just a couple chips.
Yeah. Have a good time at your Super Bowl. Have fun. All right, let's go to Gary.
I'll be out shoveling my driveway, you know, thanks.
Don't forget my driveway.
Yeah, right. Rain and snow showers moving off to the east. I think all the accumulating snow is done. Things should wind down tonight, and we're looking at nicer weather for tomorrow.
But be careful if you're shoveling. That's that heavy, wet snow out there. Thanks for joining us, folks.